Good morning, YouTube. We are live. I think that is I Show Speed's thing, right? Like when he comes onto the live streams, he's like, "We are live." Okay, I think we have to find something more unique. Yeah, I believe I might have gotten that from the streams, like watching the streams. Look, I have this like gray hair there, bro. Are we getting old? But it's a Friday, the 31st day of the month of July. And usually the last days of the month, really tricky price action, yeah. Let's get the charts up. Okay, charts are live. Usually the last days of the month you have to be careful, but as always, for us, we are not super worried because we trade mechanically. Okay, we trade mechanically. We're not too bothered about what day it is, what month it is, as long as the technicals tell us something we're looking to find or looking to see, we do not mind executing. Okay. All right. So we're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you're subscribing. Get this up and right. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the streams. That is what supports the stream. That's what keeps us going. Um, that's what definitely keeps us going. Okay. All right. So looking at what we have, where's this here? Looking at what we have for today, we could get a bearish move to the downside based on what price has tonight. Price is currently inside of a 30-minute gap, and that gap can tell us a lot. Okay, that gap can tell us a lot. Whether we want to respect that gap to continue moving down, or do we want to bounce back to the upside? But I am looking at it from the perspective that we might want to continue heading to the downside. Okay, so in that case, what do we wait for? We wait for a pullback into some significant area, and then we take price back to the downside. Okay, so this is, hold on, this is gold. This is gold currently disrespecting a 30-minute gap. I sent that zone into the Telegram. I said if we're holding this zone, then we're probably bouncing back to these highs. But if we're breaking this zone, then I guess we're coming down to this low. But yeah, let's see. I haven't gone through the full read on gold just yet, so let's hold on. Yesterday that trade played out. The trade that the bot actually called out played out perfectly, which was amazing. If anyone took that trade and if anyone held that trade, they would be making hella bread. They'll be making quite a significant amount of money.
It's set to leave at 5. I'm leaving like 12 a.m. I don't want to drive in the dark.
What is happening?
Why do you have a problem?
This trade?
Is there a problem?
FX Queen sending signals. Easy. All right. Easy, easy, easy. All right. So market opens in 30 minutes. We are about to do our pre-market analysis. See what we will be looking out for, what we will be expecting during the session. Okay. So let's make sure everything is good. Confirm in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if the sound is good. If we have good video, just let me know in the chat. Welcome in. If this is your first time, make sure you're following. Yeah, we're just getting started, guys. So make sure you spam the likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the stream started. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the stream going. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so we're just going to quickly go through the pre-market analysis real quick. We're going to look at what could potentially happen on gold and also what could potentially happen on the NASDAQ. Let's get everything started. But yeah, guys, what are you looking to do today in terms of what is your bias today, guys? Are you guys looking for a buy on the NASDAQ or a sell? Let me know. This thing is kind of bracing itself to give us a sell. It's kind of looking like it wants to tap into this area, this 30-minute gap, and give us a sell. Why? Because the reason why I'm looking at that is because we had a push up and then we swept that high. You can see the wicks taking out these highs, and then we've come down to break this low, which is a significant low. I'm on the high time frame right now, so this is a significant low that price has confidently broken through. Now, the move that came to give us this break down here left behind a 30-minute gap. So if we wanted to take sells, we will be waiting for some reaction within this area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We are live inside the Discord. We are live on the Red app. And TJ. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So we're bearish. I'm bearish for the session. It's looking like we might just get an entry very, very early in the session. That's what I'm seeing. But let's see. Okay, so what would qualify as a good entry? Guys, make sure you are joining the Telegram. The link is in my bio if you guys are curious. The link is in my bio. So in the Telegram, you get updates on my trade. So whenever I take a trade, it automatically goes into the Telegram. So make sure you're in there, and also the Discord as well. All right, so we're inside a zone that could actually send price lower. I'm very, very cautiously looking at what kind of price action we get within this area. The market, okay, we have some time. The market opens in 22 minutes, so we have enough time to see how things are forming up in this area, so we can react. Welcome in, welcome in. Good afternoon, G Classics. What's good? How are you doing, bro? How are you doing? How are you doing? Eugene Jomo, thanks for the follow. Thanks for following. So yeah, we trade live. The NASDAQ, we also do analysis on some other pairs that you guys trade. Today, I'm looking at a bearish move on the NASDAQ. We're looking at a bearish move on the NASDAQ. But it's not 100% confirmed. We have to wait until the session opens, because when the session opens, even though we might be ready to move because we've taken our liquidity, what can happen is the session can open and say, okay, so I want even more liquidity, right? Maybe I want to tap into this gap right here, or I want to take out this high. It can decide to do that before the actual move happens. That's why I don't take trades pre-market. You want to wait until the market opens, and then you want to see where the manipulation is happening. Okay. You don't want to take trades before they're ready. What do I think about today's NAS? So I am leaning bearish, but I do want to see how the open reacts to certain levels. If you look, I was just going over this earlier, that we've pushed up, right? 3 drives to the upside. We've swept these highs. Okay. We're also, if you look, we're also tapping into that last gap up here on the 30-minute, hence the rejection wicks. Now, those rejections have actually broken past this level right here, which tells me that, hey, we could be shifting momentum to the downside. Okay. Now, the only thing left is for a pullback into some significant area. This is more of like an order block right here. There is a 30-minute gap here as well. So on the lower time frames, if you look closely, we have some gaps on the lower time frames. We also have even order blocks on the lower time frames, right? This is kind of like an order block hit right here, right? And we have a gap below that order block. So what I'm saying is we have to wait for the markets to open. If it wants to push up a little more, maybe take out some highs and then give us an entry signal, then we would react. Yesterday, the trade the bot took did play out. I don't know if you guys were monitoring that, but the trade the bot took actually did play out. And that was, surprisingly, that was a 400-point move. And that literally happened. TP got hit. How many minutes? Like an hour and a half after like 2.5 hours after the open. So again, I think the bot has proven itself, right? Let's see. G Classics, you're good. Ah man, I'm awesome. Kind of excited that it's a Friday. Get to relax with the fam. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the NASDAQ. All right, I'm anticipating that we get a bearish move. But one thing that I don't always like to do is to, yeah, sometimes I can have a fixed bias. I can say, okay, I'm looking for a bearish move when I'm 100% confident that everything is showing us that, okay, so price is moving in one direction. Okay. But in this case, yesterday I was like, overnight we had extremely aggressive bullish price action and I was not willing to sell. Right. Now, if you look at overnight price action, you see it's not, it wasn't, it didn't trend confidently. All right, I'll say this is more of consolidation, but in that consolidation, even in that consolidation, I'm seeing that structure has been broken right here, right? So that alone is kind of telling me that, hey, we're breaking out of that consolidation, or we're breaking out of this trend, right? And we're starting to create new structure. Now, with that new structure, the best place to take the trade would be that we get that pullback. Okay. So that is what I am eyeing today, guys. That is what I'm eyeing. Use this high instead. Guys, can you hear me okay? Is my volume good? Brains, thanks for following. Guys, we just got the stream started. Let's make sure we're getting the likes up. That helps support the stream, and that helps. It tells TikTok that, hey, okay, we're not robots here. People are actually watching the stream, okay? All right, so we haven't done a 50% retracement just yet. We're almost getting into a 50% retracement of this entire leg. Now, usually what happens is when you're getting a pullback, you want to wait for price to hit at least 50. And when that happens, you look for your kind of rejections, right? As long as the rejections are happening within significant points of interest, those are valid trades. Okay. Honestly, I don't know what you guys trade. I don't know if you guys have solid strategies, but let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. We're live, guys. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Telegram, and we're also live in the Discord. Make sure you are logged in. Make sure you're following all the accounts. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to notifications on TikTok. All of that good stuff, right? All right. So now we're just going to be patient, guys. We're going to be patient to see what happens at the open. But don't get me wrong. I mean, we're looking at yesterday's price action. It's still looking quite bullish. Okay, it's still looking quite bullish, and the reactions I'm seeing right now, quite interesting. Quite interesting. It is Friday. Fridays, we notice that the market sometimes would want to pick people up before an actual move. So usually I recommend that on Fridays you reduce your risk. If you're someone who trades, let's say 0.5, you put on 0.5% risk on your trades. On Fridays, just do a 0.25. That would help you manage your risk and protect your capital. Regardless of if it's like an A plus setup, just make sure you're reducing your risk. So we do that on Mondays and on Fridays. So that's one way you can protect your capital. All right. All right. All right. All right. I mean, there's an interesting reaction, guys. Interesting reaction right now. You see that there's a lot of volume coming in to the upside. You can see how the candles are jumping, right? If you can see closely, right? This means that there's tons of volume coming from the buy side. The buyers are kind of in control there, right? So when you start to see these things happen, you need to be careful, okay? When you start to see volume imbalances, it means that there's big money is in the market. Okay. Trying to make big moves. So what happens at the open is going to be extremely important to me. If we open up, let me see if there's anything down here. Wow. Okay. Guys, give me a second. Getting a phone call.
Yeah, Luis.
Yeah, Daddy.
Hello. Yeah, Luis. Yeah, I sent you messages to your WhatsApp. What's happening?
Messages. Oh, I
Like,
didn't get
they,
them. Wait. I think I have to switch. I'm using two WhatsApp accounts, so unless sometimes if I don't switch, I don't get the notifications. Okay, they've now come.
yeah, the Lincoln's car, it's when you're going here, oh, you have not observed that.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yes, I've checked. It's one of the right side. There is I've sent you pictures, so I don't know whether that part could be bought. You can use it all right, but you will hear the noise.
Oh, okay.
I know why it's doing that. Yeah, I've dismantled the tire. I've seen what is there.
Okay.
So that side could be bought from the shop. You can ask them.
Okay, we can. I don't know if they will have something like that, but we'll see. Maybe when I'm currently in like a meeting, so when I'm done.
Okay. No problem. Enjoy your meeting. Wow. Okay. Bye. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thanks for the likes. We're almost at 1,000. Oh, I missed so many messages this morning. What the hell? So many messages, man. Okay, all right. But we're pushing. This reaction from this area is pretty interesting. But it hasn't confirmed bullish just yet. Hasn't confirmed bullish just yet. It's kind of like an interesting reaction from that level. If I look back, I don't really see any reason. Okay, well, there is a 15-minute gap that was respected one time. So that is a reason. That is a reason why price could bounce out of that area. It's also taking out liquidity here. So let's see what the open has to offer. If we open up and we're pushing down into some gaps below, then that could send price back to the upside. So I'm not going to like be fixed on the bias. I just want to see the reaction. Alfie, what's good? Void, please, what camera are you using? It's perfect. So I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3. King, do you start to analyze from H4 or M30? So yeah, for the NASDAQ, usually, I don't know if it's because of the size of the screen, but when I go to the 30-minute and I zoom out, I'm able to just see structure. Okay, so that is kind of enough. Because the structure, what I'm looking at for the structure is the breaks and the change of characters and stuff like that. So I see that perfectly on the 30-minute, and also the liquidity levels are also kind of clear on the 30-minute. So for example, if I use anything above the 30, picture this, okay? A 1 hour high is just a candle wick high, but on the 30-minute, it represents two candles. So two candles tells me that, okay, so we went up and then we came down. But on the 1 hour, it's just a candle wick. It's just a candle, and you're not able to be very confident that that is like a swing. That's why I use the 30 to just get the swings correctly. No high risk to reward trades in the last 2 days. Alfie, bro, that you made a ton of money on that particular trade, bro. you should like kick back and not take any trades again this week. Lifestyle 12. Please help us to learn how you analyze the 15. Okay, so for me, I can just stick to 2 time frames and I'll be fine. So I use the 30-minute for my structure and my liquidity levels, points of interest, and I use the 3-minute for my entries. Okay, so the 30-minute is my, in quotes, high time frame, time frame that I use for my market structure and my levels. And then when I'm ready to execute, or when price gets to certain levels that I've marked on the 30, then I would jump down to look for my entry condition, my trigger condition, right? My trigger condition, the one I use mostly, or the one I've been using for quite some time now, is the 3-minute change of character, or the 3-minute change in the state of delivery. So basically on the 3-minute, you see us pushing down like this, and then the 3-minute breaks. Then as soon as we get the break, that is my cue to enter, right? So if this was happening in a key area, this is where my entry would be, and my stops will go below the developing low. So my stops can go below here, or even below this particular low, right? That is the 3-minute entry. There is also another entry model, which is a little more aggressive. It's the bot that actually takes those kind of entries. It just waits for an aggressive move. Oops. It waits for an aggressive move into a zone. And as soon as there is an opposing candle, like here, right? Let's say this is an area that the bot wants to take a long. It looks here, we're aggressively pushing down into the area. As soon as we get an opposing candle like this, then that is what actually triggers it. Now, if you do this on the 1-minute, you're going to get screwed. All right. If you do this on the 1-minute, you're going to get screwed. That's why I prefer the 3-minute, because the 3-minute has 3 1-minute candles, and it gives you more confirmation that, hey, okay, price is really turning around, right? So that is an example entry. You can tell that compared to the change in the state of delivery, the bot would get an early entry as compared to an entry up here, right? So yeah, that is it. But yeah, I'll from time to time, I would just be, you guys can be asking me questions regarding the way I'm analyzing, and I'll try my best to explain. Okay, try my best to explain. Right, that move, that move, guys, that move from the level is telling us something else. We need to be careful. We need to be careful with the. So I was initially looking for shorts based on the aggressive move down, but we took out this liquidity, tap into this 15, and we're pushing back to the upside. So I want to see if there's going to be follow through, and follow through would mean that we get a pullback. Okay, let's see the 30-minute. We get a pullback into some significant area, and then we take a long to the upside. All right. So that is the level that I have marked right there. Yeah. So if market opens up, we immediately come down to this area, we start rejecting, then we'll probably see if we can take longs to take out the liquidity up here. All right. Because down here already, I'm seeing that, hey, we've swept liquidity. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. We have taken liquidity from this low already, and we're pushing up. So I just want to pull back and continue taking price to these highs. But what is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? Johansson. So yesterday, right? Was it yesterday or today? I was going through the list of blocked accounts, and bro, tons of bots. I don't know why. So people just wake up and just create bots and just start spamming people's live streams. It's crazy. It's crazy. And something that was very interesting was on Telegram, right? I've started to see that people are creating fake accounts. People have already started creating fake accounts, like trying to scam people. Guys, the only valid links are in my bio. Don't follow any links you see anywhere aside my bio. All right, guys, we're doing 1,000 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Market opens in about a minute. Market opens in a minute. What's good, Saint? Chilling. What's up? Yes, sir. Yeah. Pre-market, I was looking at a bearish move just because we're reacting from that last 30-minute gap from Monday, bearish 30-minute gap from Monday, July 27th. So after tapping into that, I noticed that we started creating a break to the downside. So initially I came in, I was looking for a bearish move, but there has been a super aggressive reaction, bullish reaction. So I'm kind of contemplating. I want to see what the open has to offer before I do anything.
I still have a look but based on what you're saying, prior to pre-market was bearish and there was no on the open being bullish isn't always entirely a bad 50-50, right? But not entirely bad because
Yeah.
now, but that I've faded that wow. Okay. So in my opinion, they were bullish.
Right.
Based on that, I'm going to get it above way that above. So the longer 2 times possible days as now currently another flower, but also like you said, price is extremely good at bullish. Now
Yeah.
temporarily, yes. But overall, I would agree we are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. As you mentioned the 4 hour, right? I'm just marking it out and I'm seeing a 4 hour order block as well. So that is actually a potential area that we can kind of get price turning back around. So yeah. I mean we're already getting in there, so I guess this might actually send price down. But yeah, I'm just gonna be monitoring this for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Lana, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, Lana was on the stream, I think yesterday, right? Lana was on the stream yesterday. Was it 2 days ago as well? But yeah, Lana is back on the stream. Just came back to normal life. Oh man, that must feel good. That must feel good.
unloading those.
Same. What are you saying?
What time do you normally go to sleep?
Really depends, like 10, 11-ish. Yeah.
Off days and then sleeping at 5 days.
Damn. What's going on? What's going on up until 4?
Working all that shit hurting.
Right. Right.
You know, the recording isn't the
Yes, it's the editing. I agree. The recording is not that of a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because you can always write how you want to execute it. Right? Everything is the editing. Like, so like with block, you know, YouTube block. You can
Yeah.
in the top for the last couple of weeks about training, but
Yes. So you kind of you bulk record your videos, I guess.
right?
You bulk record, like you record a number of them at a go.
Right. So I do about 2 to 3 videos a day.
Right.
And
All right. Market open and bro, we're pushing. We just keep ripping to the upside. We're ripping to the upside. Let's go. And today, look, today's actually the last day of the month, right? So if we look at the monthly candle and it's, let's say, bearish, we might get a bullish move today. If the monthly candle is bullish, then we might get a bearish move. Like to create that wick, that monthly wick. But what is whoa, the monthly is looking interesting. The monthly go on.
sorry, man.
Yeah. I was saying the monthly tapped into a monthly fair value gap and it's kind of rejecting, so that is interesting.
Right. I was gonna ask you, bro, how was your Friday 17th of July, right?
Yeah.
How was your trading day?
Friday 17th of July. Friday 17th of July. Hold on, let me I hope you're looking at the charts too. Don't want to miss
Yeah,
anything.
no, I'm looking at you, so you good, bro.
Friday 17th of July. Probably have to check my trades, but yeah, but I do have something on the chart. I don't know if I actually took this, but the 10 a.m. candle, right? There was a low on the 10 a.m. candle that price came back for, and then tapped into that, and then went shot back to the upside. That's what I have here, right? But I don't know if I actually took this. Yeah, getting
Yeah, Lewis, the reason why I was asking you that is purely because that was the third Friday that landed in the month of July. You heard of Friday.
right. Yeah, but that day, looking at price action, it was a pretty straightforward day, bro. Price opened up, swept liquidity to the downside, and yeah, it just turned back and went to the upside. Um, yeah. But do you recall price action on that day?
No, I was just curious because when you said today is like the last day of the month, and I realized you said wait, but this month, I'm curious to see today was the realistically this month. What started with us moving between
Yeah. Bro, this thing just went into the OB, and it's like, hey, take it easy, bro. Are you seeing anything on the 1 minute though?
No, I'm not yet, bro. I was, if anything, it's lower listed for low price. So this could probably come back down one more time. Take out the low that took out one of the lows, but we'll probably take out female lows just because it's lower listed.
Yeah, the lows are looking juicy.
Yeah. So we could potentially still catch longs, but that it's pulling away from the real draw putting it. It does pull back. Oh, you mean it's the blue? So the blue literally feel really bullish.
Guys, real quick. So this is the area that I was watching, right? I wanted to see us at least reach a little deeper and maybe get a reaction, but price tap into that order block on the 30-minute order block. It just wicked into it and has immediately just started moving down. It's not really giving us an opportunity. We could probably maybe catch a pullback entry. Say we're in a 15-minute bullish gap. Okay, yeah. So that could send price back to the upside.
Yeah, but again,
Right. Right.
He's a bit more structured.
Uh, wow. Okay. Today we're not going to be chasing anything. Today is Friday. De-risk. Half size risk.
Crucial. That's what separates literally off the risk, the regular risk of is the what separates you. I'm really like crazy. Majority is about versus what you need. So that's learning to risk much about.
Welcome, TikTok fam. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. I was trying to take a short, but it looks like price is just running without me. But let's see. We're currently inside of a 15-minute fair value gap. I want to see how price is going to respect that gap. If it's going to respect, or if it's going to disrespect that gap. Let's see. Oh, come on. This is supposed to be a 1:2. All right, if I was taking this, I'll probably get out at these lows, but we didn't get that. We didn't get that entry. We didn't get that entry, which is it's good. It's not bad. I'm not gonna chase this, but yeah.
Right, so this price trading vehicle.
Oh man, this is super painful, but this is super painful. But let's wait. At this point, we just have to wait for the next 15 minutes to see where we can potentially get an entry. Okay. Yeah, bro. The 15 is being disrespected, right? 15 is definitely being disrespected. We might just get like a continuation move down.
Yeah, no, bro. If I'm looking for loans, I want to see them out before I'll hold that. The reason why I say that, right? So the next growth, the next price is if we're going now to look for any growth, right? But even those, look at the then jump into like 15. Where's that? Just base. Only base of look at 15. That's ridiculous. So I want to see price. Even if
Yeah, same. I was actually just drawing that gap just now, just as you were saying it. I was drawing that gap. Yeah, that gap is a potential area. It also aligns with a 50%. So, which asset is this? This is the NASDAQ. We're trading the NASDAQ. All right, so it's confirmed. Like for me, right, seeing this, it's confirmed that I am looking for a sell. Okay, so ideally, I want to see a pullback into. So I'll keep extending this Fibonacci, right, as to just get where price is kind of going to turn around from. Okay, and I will just be waiting for pullback into this specific 3-minute fair value gap. Okay, that would be very good area for price to turn around from. Macon, so it's a NASDAQ. It's a NASDAQ. Let's get the likes up. Let's spam the likes. Void, thanks for the heart, me. I'm just seeing it. Thanks for the heart, me. Yeah, I think the bias, we haven't really gotten the bias wrong, in a minute. But let's see. So I'm looking for a sell. So what I'm seeing is that market opened up. It didn't move down. It didn't take out these lows. It didn't tap into this 15 and go. It just went up for all these highs. That was the first thing it did. Went up to take all these highs on the high time frame too. It also tapped into some order block, right somewhere here. You can't see it because it's like far to the left, and it just immediately started reacting from there. Like on the 3 minute, this is where my entry should have been for a change in the state, but you know me, I look at the range, how far price has moved, and I kind of will just fade the move. On the 1 minute, if you're actually looking for you're looking for a change in the state on the 1 minute, you could have used this particular entry, right? Super high risk, but that could have played out. But I don't do that. On the 30-second, I'm sure there's something. 30-second, I'm sure there's like an IFEG or something. 15-second, yeah. So 15-second, you can see that there was an inversion fair value gap right there on the 15-second. So that would have been your fair signal to take shorts, but we don't trade the second time frames. If you took that, like, okay, you should be in like 1:9, but nah, we take our entries on the 3. We want to get confirmation. All right, and look at that. Look at that. Price is just ripping, guys. All right, while we wait for price to come back to its senses and retrace and get us back in, let's see what gold is doing. So if you're in the Telegram, I did mention that this particular zone was very, very important to kind of give you what price is going to do. I said if price bounced off this level, we're going to head up to these highs, right? I sent that in the Telegram this morning. And I said if we break below this low, we're going to continue ripping lower, right? And that's exactly what's happening. So I don't know if you guys got that, but yeah. Yeah, so guys, what I'm actually looking out for, because of this aggressive move to the downside, I'm just going to wait until the 10 a.m. open. I want to see the 10 a.m. candle. I want to see what happens with that particular 10 a.m. candle. Ideally, I'm hoping to get something like this, a pullback into some 3-minute, and we can take price to lower draws, right? But then the 10 a.m. candle will also tell us what price wants to do. Maybe it would open up bearish, okay, and show us signs of a move to the downside. Then we can look for a pullback to that 10 a.m. open to continue the trend down. Or if it's bullish, it could show us that, hey, price might be ready to go back to the upside, right? In that case, we wait for a pullback to the opening price, and then we take price back to the upside. But I really don't want it to be a bullish candle. I do want it to be a bearish candle so that we can ride the trend. We can just follow the trend as we've seen since the open. So that is what I'm waiting for. Waiting for a pullback. And I mean, for you guys who are interested in what the bot is planning or what the bot is looking to do, so the bot is looking to take a sell from here. Where is this? The bot is looking to take a trade from here, right, with the stops here, and take profits right here. That's a pretty tight stop. So yesterday it had like almost a 200-point stop. Today it has like a 14-point stop, right? But I reckon that as price continues to develop, it would get new highs that it would use. So in about 8 minutes, I'm sure it would move this particular entry somewhere down here into some significant PDRA down here. So I don't think this will be valid in the next 8 minutes. Okay. So let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens, guys. We're still pushing down. There's one thing that we should see happening. So price did pull back into this 3 minute gap. This is literally the first pullback we've seen inside of a gap, and price is going ahead to close below this low. Some people have the opening drive entry model where they can immediately, as soon as that happens, they immediately take this, right, stops above the high, and then they do a 1:1. That usually plays out for me. If I'm doing something like that, I like to do that at the open, as soon as price opens up. As soon as price opens up and it does that and it taps into the first presented gap and goes beyond to close, then I will take something like that, right? But if I were to rank my favorite entry models, the continuation is like the top, right? Just wait for price to pull back into a significant area, and then you wait for your trigger condition and you take the trade. There's also the second entry model, which is the bias flip. We just wait for price to sweep liquidity or tap into specific areas. If all those levels you've marked fail, then your bias flips automatically, and then you're looking for a trade in the opposite direction. And then the final one is you're looking for a liquidity sweep, but it doesn't happen. The market opens up and immediately pushes in your direction. The only thing you wait for is you wait for a first presented fair value gap, wait for price to tap into that gap, and then go back to create a breakup structure, and that would be your cue to enter. All right. So those are the three. I do love the continuation model better than all the others. I do like the continuation model better than the others. So this particular trade, if we're taking a sell, would be a continuation model trade, because while we've taken out liquidity, we've broken structure to the downside. So all we're waiting for is market structure 101, right? Waiting for a pullback into a significant area, and then we take the trade back down. All right. There are certain cases where we would kind of be able to take the trade back to the upside, but this is not one of them. We are inside a 4-hour. Yes, we've tapped into a 4-hour fair value gap right now. So that is something that could actually create a pullback. Okay, that could actually start a pullback to give us a move. I don't have a 4-hour. So we're tapping inside a 4-hour fair value gap.
There's a 30-second inversion that's happening. But Lewis, do you have a 30-second inversion in this blue spot?
30-second inversion, let's see. 30 second. No, there's no 30-second. Let me see if there's a 15 second.
15?
Yes, there is a 15-second inversion there.
There we go. So because we don't have the second chart, the 15-second chart is sending the price up. So there was an inversion. I think it was happening. If I don't think it's the chart, bro, I would have taken this.
Guys, we're trading the NASDAQ. We also look at other pairs like gold. So make sure you drop a follow. Make sure you drop drop a follow. What is TikTok saying? TikTok is saying that we have bots in the stream. We're human, guys. Let's prove to TikTok that we are human. Drop something in the chat. We're human. We're not bots here. Thanks for the likes. All right, so there's some significant reaction from that 4-hour fair value gap, but this is not where I want to take my entries. I want to take my sells from up here. If this gap is really holding, then we might just consider taking a long to the upside. But we have to, for this one, I guess we have to get a lot more confirmation before we take that, because this is going against the overall bias that I'm seeing. if this 4 hours is kind of really holding price, then that could be it for price. The 10-minute, yeah, okay. So the 10 a.m. candle actually opens in the next minute, so that would be very good for us to see.
Okay, so this time does actually go shorts. Coming out of 5-minute bear gap.
Saying, are you looking at that low? Maybe it's like to get a money sweep and take price back to the upside. Is this something like you're considering?
Right. So right now, shorts can be the play too. With with obviously the idea of that money, right? If the money team fails, price just continues dropping down. But is to be really honest, there's draws on both sides of it. Go to the 15-minute time frame, right? Look at the way you stretch your parts. Look at the way price printed on the 15-minute time frame. Thursday, 30th July, your time would be 3:15. From that low, look at the way price climbed up. Right? That is a full resistance. So shorts, based off of the rejection we just it's at this point a lot of people might be down. So for me, honestly, instead of showing, I would probably wait so long. If the short was after play, then like that.
Thanks for the follow, Kata. Millionaire, billionaire. You guys have some crazy names, man, on TikTok. Itachi, Silas, sorry. Yeah, welcome in. Make sure okay. The likes are going up. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. So right now we're looking at the kind of reaction we might get from the 4-hour fair value gap. Okay. The crypto, nah, bro. Don't be sending stuff like that in the chat. I'm sure the viewers in here are discerning enough not to take those signals. Right? Anyone who says they have like 99% sure signals, you have to see proof, or like you have to witness it before you kind of believe that. You can't just take it and just ride with it. For the bot, full transparency, I showed you, right? I opened it up and I showed you the trades that the bot was taking, the number of profitable trades, everything. I'm showing it to you, right? So if the person is not like telling you or showing you actual statistics, or they're showing you screenshots that could be edited, don't believe that. Okay, there's a lot of fake stuff in this trading space, so you have to be discerning. All right, so the 4-hour price is okay, guys. Let's lock in here. All right, so the 10 a.m. candle is open. So the 10 a.m. candle is open, and usually, bro, I just mark out the 10 a.m. open because it can be very, very significant. I mean, any because I mean any time frame, right? 1, 3, it's going to be this exact same price. So usually, if we're bearish, right, price will just play around and then come to retest and then continue going down. If price wants to turn around, it could push down, right? Push back to the upside, breaking above the 10 a.m. and then come back to the 10 a.m. open to continue price higher. Yeah.
When you mark the 10 a.m. candle, do you mark the close or do you mark the open?
The open. The close is not very relevant. It's not relevant to us.
So I'm gonna mark I did see a few tracks.
Yeah.
I was watching how the video too.
Yeah.
I did notice that he can take up to 3-4 trades a day.
Powell can take 3?
Using just Powell can, no. We're watching that Powell can literally I saw his charts on one of his videos. he had taken around 3 to 4 trades in a day, one of them being a loss, two of them being winners. The loss is obviously 1%. Something back. The way
All right.
he took trades it broke well. If the team, like, so in this case, right, we open pressure.
Yeah. Exactly.
He will do that too. He will short that, right? But say if it fails and it goes above, price will come and retest it from the top side,
Exactly.
and then you will roll it.
Yeah. So it's pretty simple, bro. That's like a very, very simple strategy that could. So I was looking at the win, not the win rate. I was looking at the risk to reward for that. Right. If you do a minimum of 1:2, right? Even if you get the bias wrong, you could still make money. And that was like crazy. I was looking at it last night.
Yeah.
Super crazy. 1:3, yeah. 1:3 might fail, but yeah.
Right. Something like that. It's so simple.
Super simple.
It's not a necessarily bad thing to have that on your chart, especially if your strategy, right? Because again, that could be a point of conflict, right? So in this instance, if we're truly short, have to go up, right? Now, if we're long, we'll disrespect that, break through it, and then retest the upside or not, which was still our
Exactly.
So I could do a strategy like that, necessarily to apply to your not to your strategy. You as a book, because that strategy can be actually the one that's real, but like no, I can show you that.
Gold or NQ. So we're looking at the NASDAQ right now. In fact, as you mentioned it, let's look at gold because I want to see. Usually, gold kind of moves similar to NQ, right? Gold has broken this 30-minute, which was meant to kind of hold price. So wait, let me see what's happening on the 30. All right, gold broke that low. It's taking out liquidity right now at this low. And it's also tapping into a 30-minute gap. Okay, so there could be a bounce out of this area. That bounce could actually be a pullback on the NASDAQ as well. Okay, but it's very, very evident that gold is in a downtrend today. Very, very, very obvious, right? So I think if we're looking for sells on the NASDAQ, it does make sense as well. All right.
Low of 30th. Look at the 315 low on the 15-minute time frame, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the 15-minute time frame, Thursday 30th July.
Thursday 30th July. My time 3:15 a.m. or p.m.
PM.
3:15 p.m. Okay. Yes. That's a bearish candle.
You see that low? Right? See that low? Now look at the way price has moved up from that point. That low, that's literally low resistance.
Wait, you're looking at, hold on, am I looking at the right thing? Because on my 15, the 3:15 p.m. candle is a high, actually. Are we looking at the same
I'm
thing?
gonna say in my time frame, right? So
Okay.
15-minute time frame.
All right.
For 4:15 p.m. UK time.
4:15 UK time, so 3:15 Ghana time. Okay.
So is that a low on the 15-minute time frame?
No, that is a high. That is a high.
On the 15-minute time frame?
You said Thursday, 30th July, right?
Yeah.
3:15 p.m. or 4:15 p.m. UK time.
Yeah. It's
Is
like
a high. If you're seeing my chart, 3:15 on Thursday is a high. Guys, NQ is dumping, so It's dumping, so no worries. We're waiting. Mickey. That's good. Is it the same on your chart?
So where are we looking at? Let me see.
Right here.
No. So look, go back lower.
This?
Where price came out, bullish gap. Keep going lower.
This? Here?
Lower. Right there. You see this low?
Oh, okay, that's the my 11:15 a.m. Oh, bro, you know what? I'm looking at New York time. Sorry. I'm looking at New York time.
So look at the way from that low, how price climbed down.
Yeah.
That's low resistance. This is what I was saying, that price needs to come down. Take that out, then we can
You mean take that low out?
take that low out.
Okay.
Take this whole low resistance.
I see. So we do have a target, bro. I guess we do have a target to look at.
Right. Because that's essentially what I was trying to say. We've got draws on both sides of the market.
FX1, is it FX1 WinX or WineX? What's good, my G?
It's the best.
So we're looking at a potential sell, but price is super aggressive right now. We're just waiting for a pullback. Mr. Kindness, I'm greeting you from London. Oh, greetings to you too. All right, so the 10 a.m. candle, we marked out the 10 a.m. We might want to try the 10 a.m. strategy today. The 10 a.m. open, this is already established as a bearish move, but yes, we're looking for a pullback. Now, actually, if you look at it closely, there is an order block in this area, there is a gap in this area, and the 10 a.m. open is right there. So if price pulls back, taps into this area, it could actually send price lower. So the bot is actually now confirming, it's very, very confident that we're bearish for the session. So that's a good thing. At least we know that price wants to head down. Now this low is the target. Okay, so if we start pulling back, I'm going to place a limit order right there, and this would be the final target to get price to.
Those people are so people should work great. They make money. I see food.
But if we start to get a pullback, I'll just look at a limit entry at 10 a.m. open up until we get to that low, that respected price on 30th of July. Yeah, I probably think we're still going to. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, there's I just thought about something whilst you were speaking. There's also an unmitigated 15-minute gap below that number.
Okay, yeah. There is a gap below that. I saw that too.
But look what the crazy thing is, please. Look what the crazy thing is. Look at price action below that. Even more low resistance.
Yeah. Tons of low resistance, bro.
That should have been taken out yesterday, but
yeah. So, bro, I'll just place a limit there. I know, but it's been a while since Elton came in, but I know Elton will do the same thing. Elton will put a limit order right there. So let's see. I'm already starting to see some level of a reaction. I don't see it reacting from anything significant. Is there any gaps that price could be reacting from right now? Nope. No. There is a 5-minute fair value gap, but anyway. Bro, did you set up the new camera?
So I've got the camera set up. I've for the necessary software set up. The only issue I'm having, right, and I think it'll happen too, right, where when you hook up your camera, I can fix up audio from the camera or from the mic.
Yeah.
So I've gone ahead and bought, like, you know, those mic plates. Hold it up.
Kobe Mike, you sold from the IFPG. Which one? Because okay, well, this huge one, or you sold from the, because on the 1 minute was there an IFPG? Okay, there were multiple gaps there, so I guess okay. Nice. That was a valid move, but for me, the risk to reward would have been like crazy. You know what? It would have actually worked out. I would have actually been out of the trade at this wick, right? So sometimes I know Saint was saying it yesterday or so. Sometimes you think, oh, your stop loss is like pretty huge, but based on the if you use the structure, right, and if you use ATR, you notice that if price is moving like this, it could definitely give you at least a 1:2, right? On the 1 minute, 1:3, even better, you know. So GG's Kobe. GG's Kobe. Today is definitely a bearish day for the NASDAQ. RIA traders. Right now, I just love to see those. I love to see these people. Like I don't bother anymore when people say they have a signals group and blah, blah, blah. I know you guys will ignore. I don't even bother blocking them. But guys, I do have a limit order placed at the 10 a.m. open. If we are able to retrace and get back to that area, there's a very interesting area to get like move to the downside. As long as we leave this low. Susie followed. Thanks for the follow, Susie. Thanks for the likes. We had 4K likes. Guys, we can do this. We've done 45 minutes to the open. Let's get the numbers up to 10K. 10K likes. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty good with the consistency. And I think we're good with the sound as well. I haven't gotten confirmation from you guys. I hope the music is not too loud. I hope the video is good. I hope the charts are clear. Because hey, Shawnee Banks is in the building. Shawnee Banks is in the building. Shawnee, did you take any trades? Don't tell me you made some money today, bro. Tell me you made some money today. Bro, price is just going, guys. And what is annoying is it's tapping into gaps like here, right? It's tapping into 3-minute gaps and it's pushing. It's tapping into 3-minute gaps and it's pushing. Here it did tap into this 3-minute and it's pushing. Yeah, so looking at the time, I do have a limit order placed right here. And what just happened? And if price pulls back and tags me in, that would be something small. Okay. All right. I'm doing fantastic. Today has been a bearish day. We got the direction right, but unfortunately we didn't get an entry. I didn't get an entry. Looking back, if I were trading purely mechanically, I could have taken an entry right here at the CISD, right? But I think I was just looking for perfection. And when you do that, you end up missing out on trades, right? It's all good. It might push into the 4. We have a 4 already. Okay, we do have a 4. But looking at that 4-hour closes, 4-hour candle closes in fact, it just opened up, right? So if we're looking for a move up here to take price down, I don't think we're going to get it. But if you're looking for a bullish move, then there's a high chance that price would come down here. Actually, this level I have marked down here is where I want to see price get to, this level right here. So that could actually send price back to the upside. So as long as that hasn't happened, as long as price hasn't gotten down to this area just yet, we are still looking for a potential sell. All right. So for me, I'm looking at the 10 a.m. I have a limit order placed there, and I want to get an entry. So this is a limit order for me. I have placed it. So I'll just wait to see if we can get a tag in, and that will be it. I haven't heard much from the bot, guys. The bot is silent. The bot is silent, but I reckon it would. Let's see what's on the 30. Yeah, I reckon it's also looking to do something within this area, this 30-minute, right? That's where I think it wants to see price come into. You love, yeah, bro. I used to trade multiple pairs. I used to trade Forex pairs, GBP, USD, all those other Forex exotic pairs and all of that. And then I started trading S&P 500. S&P 500 was too slow for my liking. But before that, I'd come from US 30, which was pretty aggressive. Like you could make a lot of money on US 30. But it was getting too wild for me. So I wanted to get something that moved, like little slow. S&P 500 compared to the the US 30 was too slow for my liking. And then I think I watched a podcast. And somebody was describing how the NASDAQ moves. So I went to do my own tests. I looked at the NASDAQ. I forward tested the NASDAQ, back tested the NASDAQ, and I noticed that hey, this is pretty cool. Like what I noticed, like what made me stick to the NASDAQ was if the NASDAQ is moving, like if you get the direction right, if it's moving, it's literally moving in that direction. Okay, so like here, if you got the bias right for a sell and you caught the trade anywhere in this area, boom, you're making money. All right. Same thing applied yesterday. If you had the direction right, boom, making money. Okay. Same thing 2 days before. If you have the direction right, boom, you're making a lot of money. Okay. So that's the thing. It's not like if I were to go to US, let me even go to a pair that everyone trades, Euro USD. Let's go to Euro USD real quick. And you see that it doesn't happen like that on those pairs. Okay. Hey, Euro USD is about to prove me wrong. It's moving nice, but I haven't looked at Euro USD in a while. I haven't looked at Euro USD, but yeah, it's pretty similar actually. If you are trading Euro USD, brace yourself for a short very soon because this is about to arm. Anyway, so yeah, it wasn't. I mean, looking at the forex pairs, the NASDAQ trended pretty nicely, and Euro USD, for example, you'd have to like get the move maybe during London or during New York, and I wasn't ready for all that nonsense with the currencies and the forex pairs. So I just stuck with the NASDAQ. Trading the New York session was actually perfect for me, and I've never turned money machine. Yeah. The NASDAQ is a money machine. As long as I feel like the NASDAQ, every strategy doesn't really work. I feel like it really works on liquidity, and that's why a lot of traders in the US like it. And liquidity is very obvious to see on your charts, right? Obvious highs, obvious lows, obvious session highs, obvious session lows. It just goes for liquidity, turns around. Goes for liquidity, turns around. So if you're a beginner trader, I guess you have to at least try it out. Okay, at least try it out. So guys, just a quick heads up, I do have a limit order there, and looking at the time, I don't think I'm willing to flip my buys at this point. The only time I would want to take a long is if we are inside of this area, we get a good rejection. Okay, but for now, I am just relying on that 10 a.m. guys, yesterday we relied on that 10 a.m. and we're proven wrong. Like, but yeah, let's see. Let's see. And okay, so I don't want to repeat the same thing that happened yesterday. It's literally the same scenario yesterday. So I'm going to take off the. Let's be wise, okay? Let's be wise. I'm going to take off the limit order, and the reason why I'm taking it off is because this is the level that the 10 a.m. created, okay? And usually we want to get that tap in and it bounce out. However, we have a 30-minute gap sitting right above that. So it will be very unfortunate if price fades the 10 a.m., okay? Fades the 10 a.m. and then taps into the 30-minute. And, you know, if it taps into the 30, it's like taking us out. That would be very unfortunate, right? So I've taken the limit order off. I want to wait until price gets there, and we'll probably maybe take a market execution order right there. All right, guys, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the likes. We're doing good with the likes. Let's get the likes up to 10,000. Last week we did that. Sorry, yesterday we did that comfortably. So let's get the likes up, guys. Make sure you join the Telegram. All my updates are sent into the Telegram automatically. So as I took off the limit, I just got an alert in the Telegram that, you know, my limit was removed. So those alerts are automatic. If I take any trade, it goes in there. Okay. All right. So make sure you're joining the Telegram. If you also wanted to learn how I trade, the link is in my bio. All right, so we're pulling back, guys. We're pulling back. We're pulling back. That's what we want to see. We want to get that pullback. That's the only reason why we can take a sell is if we pull back into this area. Copy Mike. You said you do London and NY. You do London and NY. All right. Today I was at the gym, guys. I was at the gym this morning. I did chest and what did I do? Chest and triceps. Chest and triceps at the gym this morning. Guys, you have to be consistent at the gym. There's absolutely no excuse. Because if you want to be a trader, right? You have to build discipline outside of the charts. And I feel like the best way to do that is going to the gym. Like if I look at my life, what else can I be consistent at? Maybe drinking water or drinking enough water in a day. What else, right? But going to the gym is something that you can build a lot of discipline. Kobe, he said, for me, I'm done guessing if I see my setup without confirmation. Yeah, bro. If you see, you take it, right? And a lot of times it will play out. If you hesitate, there's something in trading. If you hesitate due to fear, you end up regretting it because usually it will play out, right? It would usually play out. I would advise you to buy user 818. Yeah, user 818. That you're saying okay to the gym, right? Yeah, you have to find something you do consistently every single day. Maybe not every single day, but most of the days in the week. And for me, it's going to the gym. So now if I don't go to the gym, right, it just feels weird. Like I feel like I've betrayed myself. I feel like I betrayed myself when I don't go to the gym, right? Be like, hey, bro, you gotta sit up, right? And the discipline it takes you to go to the gym. The discipline it takes to progressive overload to increase your weight. It builds a certain muscle that will prevent you from doing crazy things on the charts, right? Just start going to the gym for like 3 months and see how it affects your trading. It would affect your trading. If you don't change certain bad habits, you might become very, very aware of them. And that's a good thing. That's an absolutely incredible thing. So we're pulling back, we're retracing. Let me just note down the level right there that we could possibly take a sell. Okay. So that's the potential area to take the sell. If you wanted to be extremely conservative and safe, the stops could go above the 30-minute candle, the 30-minute fair value gap. That will be right somewhere right here. And probably just see if price comes back to this low. But we are pulling back. We are pulling back, guys.
Use it all the way around. When I grab Lucid Flex. Yeah, Oliver. Who was telling you to try that? Tell them to go do one. We will set you up, bro.
Okay, so guys, I'm very, very skeptical about this 30-minute, but I also see on the lower time frames, I'm seeing that price has already interacted with that area and moved away. So I'm kind of contemplating whether to put the limit order back or to actually market execute. So let's be patient. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. Yeah, so I'm not going to put a limit order on. Kind of, I think it's fresh on my mind from yesterday, right? It's fresh on my mind from yesterday. Billionaire minded, you caught the dump. Sweet, 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 sweet. That's absolutely amazing. But yesterday, I mean, who was on the stream? There was someone who came on the stream and was like, "You're talking nonsense." I remember that comment. He was like, "You're talking nonsense. We're going to sell off or something like that." I wonder how they're doing. I wonder how they're doing, bro. They came so confident. I don't know if you guys remember. Came in and was like, "Hey, you're talking nonsense. We're selling. We're selling off," and that's the sell off right there. That's the sell off right there, guys. Anyway, like in trading, you can't be 100% confident. Like when I'm on the stream, I try to, if you notice, I don't say I'm 100% sure that this is a level. I don't say that because I know that in as much as it could look perfect, right? Price could rip through. Price could literally say, "Hey, I'm not going to respect any level, right? I'm just going to go to New York highs," and you can't do anything about it. If you say, "Hey, I'm fixed on taking a sell," you end up taking sells, getting stopped out, taking sells, getting stopped out. You keep doing that, and your account will get blown, right? So you just have to understand that price could do anything, and you can be proven wrong at any point. So you shouldn't just come and be super confident that, "Hey, this is my level, this is going to respect." You're going to be very disappointed very, very quickly when it comes to trading. All right. All right, so, but we're getting a pullback. We're waiting on price to pull back to this 10 a.m. And let's see what's happening on the 1 minute regarding the 10 a.m. Okay. Let's see the 5 minute 10 a.m. candle. All right. The more I look at it, the more I want to put the limit order on. Yeah. So I'm reducing my risk by 50%. Okay, and I'm putting a limit order back at the 10 a.m. Okay, guys, hold on, guys. Do you see what I see? Guys, do you see what I see? So very, very, very similar scenario from yesterday. All right. Now, this is what is happening. The bot is saying that indeed it's not going to factor in anything. It's going to actually wait until price gets into the hold on, let me do this. So the bot is saying that it's not going to consider this. So yesterday we were considering the 10 a.m. That was the entry model. That's what we were considering. And what happened was price faded the 10 a.m. candle and jumped into the 30-minute and immediately started delivering to the upside in yesterday's case. All right. So we will be silly to look at that data from yesterday and say, we're going to do the exact same thing, right? Let's just wait until we get price getting into this 30-minute gap and then see if we get that rejection, and then we can just take that trade to the downside. Very, very simple. Okay. Very, very simple and straightforward. Very simple and straightforward. Right? The bot has, like, since yesterday, because it closed the trade early yesterday, it does have a 92% win rate. In my books, it does still have a 92% win rate. If you take out yesterday's trade as a loss, that would be at I think 85%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 85.7% win rate, which is absolutely incredible to me. So if the bot is telling me to hold on, I guess we're going to hold on, right? Shawnee, the market does not respect anybody. You could have millions in your trading account. You could be the ICT. You could be who I mean, who are the biggest traders in the space? You could be whoever. You have your level 100%. You say price is going to respect that level, bro. It would show you where power lies. All right. And that's why the stop loss should be your friend. Now, I can say in the last 100 trades, my last 100 trades that I've taken, every single one of them had a stop loss. And I've automated it. I'm not like ready to go calculate it or ready to second guess. As soon as I take the trade, the stop loss is already there, right? That is your best bet. Staying longer in these markets. You cannot afford the trade without the stop loss. You cannot afford to trade without a stop loss. We're pulling back, just waiting. Just waiting. I was just contemplating if I should put the limit, but I'm not putting the limit. All right, I'm not putting the limit. I mean, if it comes there and it reacts, then we see that it's reacting, and then we execute. But I don't want to put the limit on.
They are making this mission whether you lose or win.
Guys, make sure you join the Telegram. The Telegram would give you updates on everything I'm doing. All right, it will tell you exactly where my entry is. It will tell you exactly where my stop loss is. It would also tell you where my take profit is. So I highly recommend. And it's not just the signals, right? There's a community behind it where we can share ideas and we can share. I literally share my analysis in the mornings. I let you guys know what I'm looking at for gold. I let you guys know what I'm looking at for the NAS. And yeah, you can ask questions. You can ask me after the stream why I did something on the stream or what my thought process is at certain levels, etc. I think that's very valuable information. And for now, I think it's pretty, in my opinion, I think I'm giving free value, a lot of free value. As compared to, I guess, a lot of people out there. So we're retracing, guys. We're retracing. This is the level. This is the level that I had my limit order placed, but I have taken the limit order off. Why? Because we do have a 30-minute gap right above price. Okay, so that might just get price to run through that level, get into that gap, and then we see price moving down.
Okay. So
Joe, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, we're at 10,000 likes, guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Let's break a record. It's Friday. Let's break the record. So I think the record for this week has been like 12,000 likes. So we could break the record. We could do like 15K likes. That would be a record breaking day for us. That would be amazing. So we are pushing. We're retracing. We're still pushing. It's gradual, but we're getting there. It is gradual, but we're getting there, guys. Guys, we have a number of people in here. Make sure you're following. Just check. If you're not following, just follow real quick. Buttons should be somewhere on the screen, somewhere down in the screen. Just make sure you follow so that you can get notified when I'm back on the live streams. Okay. All right. Thanks for the follow. I see you guys following. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. And thanks for the support. You guys really support the stream. You guys are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Quick shouts to you guys. Arnold, Pele, and is it Enyam? Enyam. Masai Bonsu, Cindy, Top Up, Mikey, I see you. Joe, Vera, welcome into the stream. Trudy, guys, today we're breaking records, right? School fees, wow, school fees. I like your name on TikTok. Talon, Jane, Kinney, Diamond, Diana, welcome into the stream. All right, we're pushing, guys. We are pushing. We're pushing. So these are the two levels that we're looking at. If we run through here, so here's the thing: if we run through this area, get into this area, we get a rejection. Boom! I'm going to execute. Okay, I'm going to take a sell to the downside. I will do a 1:2. Yeah, do a 1:2. Or you can do a 1:3, but just make sure you're trailing your stop loss. Okay. Make sure you're trailing your stop loss. I will be satisfied with a 1:2 today. It's a Friday. I'm just looking for a piece of the pie to end the week. I'm just looking for a piece of the pie to end the week. All right, 11K. We're doing absolutely incredible. Pulse Letso. Welcome in. Man, price is slowing down. Price is slowing down. But yeah, let's get that move. We have about 15 minutes, about 18 minutes, right? To get that push to the upside. Ooh. That is interesting.
I think that was a short.
Saying I was just looking at it, like tapping into that 15. And but the 1 minute hasn't closed yet to confirm that IFEG.
I think log into my link trade. This kind of chat. I didn't think you guys took it. We're gonna take a look, or we're gonna take it.
Yeah, bro. For me, I am waiting. We have the 10 a.m. above price, and we also have the 30-minute gap above price. So yeah, I mean this could work out. It's a high time frame gap, a 15-minute gap, inversion fair value gap. This could send price lower. This could send price lower. but I'm going to wait for that pullback.
Yeah, I'm in these. Got really short term.
Um, Steven, you don't know why it's selling? Yeah, well, I'm actually waiting for a pullback. So if this fails, it does tell me that, hey, okay, so this is just a fake out, and it's going to it's still looking to get up here. Okay, pretty simple. If you're running in losses, just join my Telegram. You guys, Shawnee, thanks for that assist. Ooh, 12,000. We are doing 12K. But yeah, okay, so it's tapped into an order block right there. Let's see if it stands price lower or it disrespects. Now, the thing is, if this thing is failing, right, it means that it's going to aggressively move to that level, right? Guys, we have 15 minutes. Can we get that move? We have 15 minutes, guys. It's going to play out. Guys, just I want to give you guys a heads up. I am not in this sell. All right, this is a 15-minute fair value gap that price has tapped in, and when price tapped into that 15, it's created a 1-minute inversion fair value gap right here on this close, right? So that is an entry model. Stops above this high. Entry as soon as you have the inversion, and you do a minimum of 1:2. Okay, that is Saint's bread and butter. So I put it on just because he is in the trade. But yeah, that is what he is in right now.
Shot break even. Gonna go break even.
Guys, I think we're doing pretty good with the stream. To be honest, since I started streaming, when was it? Like 3 weeks ago. Well, I mean, I was streaming earlier, like from last year, but then I took a break. But then since I began streaming, I think the numbers have been able to grow consistently, and we're doing pretty good. Mr. David Brooks is saying that he wants to help people. Guys, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, bro. Every time I come on the stream, somebody is selling something. I wonder how they are able to discover the stream to sell signals. Really? Don't do that. All right, so we're waiting. That move failed. So we're waiting for the actual tap in. Waiting for the actual tapping, guys. But it's moving too slow for my liking. It's actually bots. They're everywhere. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I can imagine. I wonder how they're able to do that. I wonder how they're able to do it, because, like, thinking about it, right? Well, anyway, the thing is, someone will see the message in the chat and will actually go follow that person, go join their group, go take their signals, go blow their accounts, And it's unfortunate. They'll be like, okay, so it's on Lewis's stream that they found this person, and it's unfortunate that I am facilitating such nonsense, right? So it really, I don't know. I keep saying it. Like anyone who sees anything in the chat, somebody saying, join my Telegram, join my Discord. I have 99% win rate. Guys, I know they are guys, you have to think about it. Some of you guys are intermediate traders. Some of you guys are pro traders, so you kind of know all this. But there are some people in here who have never actually taken a trade before, right? So when they see some of these things, they would be like, okay, let me try it out. Shawnee, you want me to check out gold? All right, let's check out gold real quick. We need to come back to the NASDAQ real quick. Oh, gold is also pulling back. Nice. Nice. And let's see the higher time frame. Let's check the higher time frame on gold. Where could gold be reaching? Wow, okay. So gold is reaching out into this hourly gap, which could actually send price lower. Let me put an alert there. Okay. Let me put an alert here so I know when that level is taken. All right, we're almost there on what did I just do? All right, so we're almost there on the NASDAQ. Almost there. That's the level that I wanted to take myself from. That's the level I wanted to take myself from. So yeah, we're waiting. Wait, what the hell? This is gold. This is gold. I almost got confused there. Let's get back to the NASDAQ. Okay, so we're not just there yet, but we're almost. Super tempted to put the limit back, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, no worries. So gold. Gold is about to take liquidity, tap into this hourly, and probably turn back around. This expansion to the website is a Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We don't have time. We don't have time. It's a Friday, guys. It's a Friday, and we're about to hit the 10 a.m. open. Usually, price would wick into the 10 a.m. open and then boom, turn around. And with that, you can do like a 1:2, minimum 1:2 if your stops are above the developing structure. I'm not taking this, but I'm putting it here just in case it reacts. Then we know that level is valid. Okay. In addition to, are you taking this also? No, I'm going to wait for a reaction. I'm not putting a limit order there. I want to see a reaction before I take the trade. In addition of selling, I picked up an AMD on the 3-minute. G Classics, is this the NASDAQ or gold? G Classics, is this the NASDAQ or gold you're referring to with the AMD? Because if you're referring to the NASDAQ, then yeah, consolidation, manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, right? So we are in the distribution phase, and we might just be getting a move right here. Okay, so I just got the alert that gold has tapped into that level. Gold has tapped into that level. the way price is moving, right? Moving too slow. Too slow. We have about, what's the time now? We have about 1 or 2 candles more to get us a trade. And yeah, if I see a bearish candle, then I'm going to put a limit back. Okay, nothing yet.
The
Okay.
so many gaps. The base just based on that. This gap here.
Mr. David Brooks, I'm putting you on a timeout.
3-minute move.
All right. I'm not going to block you. I'm putting you on a timeout.
I see. Bunch of faults. Is this one your fault?
Oh, 14K. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're hitting a record today, guys. And at some point I saw we're about over 100 people in here.
Yeah.
That is no joke. To get 100 people watching me on the stream. Guys, we wait, let me see the MNQ chart. We being manipulated? No. Hmm. Wow, so price has just faded. Price just faded the levels and it's kind of just reacting. Saying what are you looking at, bro? I was looking for a pullback into that 30, but looks like price is trying to fade everyone.
So the thing is, bro, we still have 1 minute left for that 3-minute candle. So just because there's 1 minute flip that bear gap, that bullish gap, I'm not gonna show it. Um,
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
yeah, now it's yeah, so that's
All right, let's go. Okay, that was an interesting rejection there. Let's see if we can continue pushing based on what price has done here. Okay, rejecting this particular gap. I now want to see price come in there and reject. Right, I'm not comfortable putting the limit order there just because I'm seeing this kind of structure respecting bullish gaps and we're pushing. I do want to see us push into that area and then get a rejection. Right. So as you guys see, trading, it can be boring. Trading can be boring at times. In fact, most times it's boring. Imagine doing this alone in your room. Like sometimes if I'm there, I could just be just watching TikToks or listening to an audiobook or something just to while away time while the price just does its thing. But sometimes it gets boring, you know. It gets super boring. And you have to get used to that kind of boring. Right? You have to get used to that kind of boring. Come on, man. You're just a few ticks away. Guys, did you take any trades today? Be honest. Let's be accountable with each other. Did you take any trades today, guys? Oh, Lana, you did. Did you? What was it? Was it a sell? Gold. Okay. Okay.
Or actually, Sebastian, what you search for your instrument?
Okay. How did it go, Lana? Was it a good trade? G Classics. How did that trade go? Wait, G Classics, you took a sell in gold, did you? Why the hell is price slowing down? Now it's 11 a.m. Let's see what price wants to do. Gold buy. Oh my goodness. Tired of these guys, bro. Tired. Yeah, 11 a.m. If price aggressively moves into that area and rejects, GGs would probably be able to capitalize on that sell, even though it's after 11. But if I give it a few minutes and we are really slowing down, then I'm just not going to do anything. But let's see. On my email, 40% consistency. I'm green. No more trades for you. Awesome. Awesome, Lana. Awesome. That is what is important. Okay, so 40% consistency is what you have to win 40% of the time based on the number of trades you've taken. Like those consistency rules, I try to really stay away from them. Like if I'm analyzing or reviewing a prop firm that has a consistency rule, there's a high chance that I would not trade with them. Because the consistency rules, they kind of okay, only on EVA. Okay, that's okay. It's kind of okay because if it's on the funded, it's like they're preventing you from winning big, right? Because I could take one trade and it's a big win. This would be waiting for a payout, right? But they want you to take more trades. They want you to lose that money. It just doesn't make sense, right? But if it's just on an eval, yeah, it means that they want you to fill the eval, right? Which is also kind of unethical. But anyway, as long as you're able to keep that consistency and then get to the funder stage, I think that's cool. That's cool. Obviously, that's their business model. They they want to do everything for traders to fail the evals so that they can take that money, the fees. That's the business. That is the business. Price is slowing down. I want to see if there's some magical volume that is going to come into the markets. That's the only time I'd want to engage. But if we're like slowing down, probably just leave it alone.
Bro, once this 1 minute flips, I would probably take it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But the only issue here is we have low resistance above price. This can very much pop up.
A few. Okay. You said we have. Stan, can you come again? I didn't get that. You said we have low resistance where above or below price? Below price, right?
Just below and above. Below and above.
Below and above price. Yeah, it's funny. You know, we were talking about it yesterday. Like the fact that price fades gaps and goes, it's just super risky. And for me, this is big 30-minute gap above price right now staring at me. And I've learned my lesson from from yesterday, bro. I don't know. This could just push into the gap and back around. I don't know. To be honest, bro.
Yes, Oliver, you see what it says
M-
Apple?
Mike Barf, what's good? What's good, Mike? Morgan, Blue 300 in 2 days. Man, that feeling. I know. There's something about me, right? And I think I I notice that whenever I take an eval, right, and I blow that account, I don't immediately buy another eval. Even if I can immediately buy it, I don't immediately buy another eval because, bro, I'm very, very strong on data. Whenever I try to say, hey, let me buy another account, it's like I'm trying to revenge trade. Right. So I literally maybe wait a day to or even a week, right, before I get another eval. Okay. That has at least prevented me from. Bro, they were funded. Wait, you said they were funded, not evals. I read that wrong. To be honest, I read that wrong. See, you blew 3 funded in 2 days. God damn. That would be absolutely painful. But yeah, you pass them all at the same time. Yeah, that would be, yeah, man, you have to start again. There's no giving up in trading, especially when you see the potential, right? When you start to get those payouts and you start to see that, hey, the money has actually hit my account. There's yo, there's nothing like it would even affect if you're somebody. For me, right, I was working a 9 to 5 when I was introduced to trading, and at some point in time, like how would I say this for you to understand? My spirit left that 9 to 5, and I wasn't like putting in 100% in that 9 to 5, right? Because I knew that if I could put this amount of effort in trading, you know, yeah, Morgan, but that's tough. That is tough. But that is tough. Mike, you made $700. That's nice. That's nice. 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 All right. So 11 a.m. I am seeing price moving sideways, and that's the reason why sometimes I avoid even looking at price action after 11. What happens is that price starts to slow down, and you can have choppy price action up until maybe New York PM session. So right now, what I'm waiting to see is if we can get, like, for some reason there's like an injection of liquidity. The market makers want to push price aggressively. If I see that happen, and as soon as I see that push, and if it follows with a rejection, then I might get in just because there's volume, there's liquidity. But if we continue to do this, yeah, I might just call it a week. So Mike says you waited for the 9:30 a.m. candle to open and took a 1 hour buy side liquidity. You dropped down to the one. Yeah. So if you were on the lower time frames today, you could have caught something at the very top here. So we opened up, right, and then we manipulated above, took all these highs, took all that liquidity, and then immediately flipped. So this is the change in the state on the 3. On the 3, the entry would have been very late for me. Wide 200, 198 stop loss, point stop loss. But if you're on the 1 minute, 1 minute. Even on the 1 minute, it's looking like you still would have to wait for a few things to happen. Okay, so 1 minute order block. All right, makes sense. And you took it right there. All right, so that's quite an aggressive entry, Mike. That's quite an aggressive entry. But as long as so there was a 30-minute order block from way back. That was also a very good sign that there was going to be a reaction there. There was a 30-minute order block as well. Okay.
When this for the last time? With this, huh?
When the second candle formed. Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go break even.
Yeah. This for me was quite aggressive, so I just faded it. I faded it. And we've literally just watched price. We've literally watched price take a huge load to this level. So we're just waiting on that pullback. It hasn't really happened yet. Let's see the 50% of this range. Where is the 50% sitting? All right, so the 50% is sitting inside of that area. So it doesn't even make sense to look at this 10 a.m. open, because this could fail. So this is the best area to take the short at the 30-minute. Right, and that could happen PM. You guys could just keep these levels on your chart, and that could actually work out for you. Guys, we did 16,000 likes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We broke the record for the week, guys. Super excited about that. And let me see. Let me see who our top likers on the stream. How would I see this? Shawnee Banks leading at number 1. M4, Mike Barf, Mem Interiors, Sam. I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. See you guys.
This is what I mean, bro. The only reason I decided to take this execution was the past few days. Me and Luis, 6 months ago. We can really know it, but spending a lot of money. Hey, man, this is just like, this is low risk, bro. This is not a lot of money. This is literally low risk. We'll break even on this screenshot. I'm gonna stop us up a little bit.
So based on structure, this is still so based on structure, this is still a valid area that price could turn around from. We are definitely bearish, right, based on the move that has happened pre-market during the AM session. So if you're looking to trade the PM session, you could just mark out this level. I don't know if you wanted to do a limit order. I wouldn't advise a limit order, right? But just wait for price to get into this area. See if you get an immediate rejection from this area, and that could be your entry. Stops will go above the 30-minute gap, and you can just do a 1:2. You can do a 1:2 of that. That could work out, and it's also after the AM session, so you might not get so much volatility. So it's best to just tap the risk reward at 1:2. Okay, if you're not able to get 1:2, then maybe you just fade it. 1:2 is good in this case because this is a draw on liquidity, right? And if you're able to take a piece of the pie without having to, like, if you're able to take a piece of the pie before getting to this low, that's literally the best. Okay. So for me, 1:2 works pretty good. Right. I also do love 1:3s, but based on data, you can do very well with 1:2s. You can do very well with 1:2s.
Does it affect your mental way of thinking? Right? It's probably the best way to move forward. That's low. This is the best. Zero spreads. That's below. It's a question.
M. Fo Charmaine, I see you. You're getting us to break to create a record on the stream. Thunderbolt is in the building. Thunderbolt like the live. Thunderbolt was good. Today I wasn't able to come on the stream onto your stream,
Right.
but I hope you had a good session.
Let's see.
All right, we're pulling back. That is the volume. That is the volume that I'm looking to see, guys. That is the volume I'm looking to see. Right? Let's see if we can get price pushing in there.
So basically, this is done. Those two trades that we took in money was break even. That's we only traded the section part of the chart. So maybe
That move was short lived. That move was short lived. I thought we were actually getting in there. Oh man. All right, so I'm going to give it like 15 minutes. If we're not able to get that push, then we're just gonna call it a week and just wrap it up. I've been working on more content, especially for social media. So we're trying to be consistent. I have one video I'll be putting out today, and it gives you like bits and pieces of strategy, bits and pieces of psychology, etc. So yeah, if you don't see a video from me, call me out. Say, Lewis, hey, when is the video coming out? Right? Give me pressure. I need that motivation. I need that pressure so that we can be consistent. Because it's not easy, right? Getting the videos recorded, getting them edited, it takes a while. It takes a while. SBU, what's good? SBU, you're late. You're late to the stream. Yeah, you're pretty late to the stream. I just remembered I need to get some stuff done.
it's a trading code. So we've done 2,282 in the past 21 days. Right?
All right. So again, on the 30-minute, this green box you're seeing here, I believe it's an order block. Where is it originating from? Yes, it's an order block from Thursday, from yesterday. So that was the down move, the downward move before the push to the upside. Let's look at it very well on the TV. Yeah, so this is this candle right here that led to this break, this aggressive move to the upside. Okay, so usually price respects order blocks, right? Or if it doesn't respect it, at least you're going to get like some reaction from the order block. Yeah, it's nothing much happening. It's really nothing much happening at this point. We cannot do anything. Somebody will say, "Oh, why didn't you take a trade, bro?" The model just did not present itself, right? So if the model does not present itself, you don't force it. Whatever your strategy is, okay? You go on social media and you see people saying, "Hey, I caught this 10-hour trade, I caught this 20-hour trade," and it will make you feel like your strategy is doing something wrong. You have to cut the noise, okay? And also cut the social media. Spend less time. So for me, you know what I've done? I know myself. If I start scrolling on TikTok, before I notice like time is far spent. So what I've done is I've just set um these timers to limit the amount of time I spend on TikTok, and it helps me. It tells me I have 10 minutes more, I have 5 minutes more, I have 1 minute more. The app just closes, and the process to I have to go through to re-enable or to disable the timer is just I don't want to do that. I just go do something else. Right? This is a feature on Samsung. I don't know. I think Apple might also have that, right? But yeah, if you're spending too much time, just time yourself. Just make it difficult. Okay, make it difficult to do that. God damn, M4 Charmaine, you got us to 20,000 likes. You know what? Next week, I'll be doing a giveaway. All right. Because I do need to appreciate people like um M is it M4? I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. But Shawnee Banks, Mike, Mem Material, Cindy, Boss TJ, Mikey, Osei. Yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. 20K likes. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen 20K likes on the stream this year. But thanks to Charmaine and Shawnee Banks and Mike, we are at 20K. You guys are the real G's. You guys are the real G's. Yeah. All right. So we're definitely slowing down. It doesn't look like we're gonna get anything, but we have about 8 minutes. See if we can get a pullback. Okay, guys. So in about 8 minutes, we're going to end it. If we don't get an aggressive push into that area in the next 8 minutes or the next 7 minutes, then it's GG's. I will catch you guys on Monday. But on weekends too, I don't know what you guys are into. Like what are you guys into? What do you guys do on the weekends? Let me know. Because I could stream on the weekend, not necessarily trading, but maybe just trading education and stuff. But what do you guys do on the weekends? Do you think I should stream on the weekends too? Maybe for like just an hour. Or have a good weekend, Lana. Shoni Banks, you play tennis on weekends. That's a legit sport that I'm trying to take on. Like just this week, I was talking about it with someone that I need to get a hobby right outside of trading. And tennis was one of them. Tennis was literally one of them. Like the top one, to be honest. I used to play basketball back in high school and after high school. But I don't know if I'm still interested in basketball. Take it on, bro. It's a very good sport. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll consider that. Where do you get your stuff like your tennis wear, your rackets and stuff? Where do you get them from? Yeah, I need to get started with tennis. I do have a tennis. There's a tennis court like not too far away from me. About like 5 minutes drive away. Yeah, bro. This thing wants to go. But guys, if you trade PM session, you might get that move, right? You might get the pullback into this area and get that rejection. So all things being equal, yeah, 0 trades today. It's unfortunate, but yeah, some of these days you have to accept some of the trading days you wouldn't get a trade, and you should go out of the trading session happy because you did not lose money. Okay, you did not lose money, so it's in my books is a win, right? You have a coach who can get you the stuff. Okay, all right, bro. Send me a DM. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. Guys, we're 16 in here. I hope you guys are all in the Telegram. I hope you guys are all in the Telegram. It's a free community, so just click on the link in my bio and you'll be able to just join. Okay, I'd love to see you guys in there. Yeah, we're dumping, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But as soon as it hit 11 New York time, it started to slow down. You could evidently see that, price was slowing down. It's dumping. It is dumping.
This is like almost reaching my 1 to 2 point.
Well, you're in or you're out.
So I was in. I moved myself to break even, and you see how when it came over, it's trying to come to that high. Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that moved back up now. Damn, bro, chat. Look at this. This trade would have what? On the run over everything. This happened to things we thought. So you can appreciate this new pattern because although it was top down, you can still identify the trade. You don't forget about times they used to pray for help me figure out how to do price. Yeah, I'm glad to know. Because
Okay, guys, we have like 3 minutes. Any questions before we go? Let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. Any questions? It could be trading related, trading related to trading. Any questions? Just let me know, and let's while away the time while price leaves without us. All right. Yeah, price is definitely leaving without us. What's happening on gold? All right, gold retraced. You see, so gold did what we're looking for, right? It came up. It took out the high It took out the liquidity right here, tapped into the gap, and then it's starting to now move. But we didn't get that on the NASDAQ. That simply didn't happen. It just didn't get there. Today was interesting. Today was interesting, guys. It was interesting, but I still believe something inside of me still believes that this area would be respected at some point today. It's Friday. I'm not expecting much, but yeah. All right, no questions. No questions. No questions. All right, so I'm gonna give a quick shout out to the people on the stream right now. DN Cyclone, Mikey Darling, Isifu Amadi, Osei Bunsu, Joy, Johnny Lab, Talon Hoffman, Evan Gate, Rennie's Luxury Hair, Obapa Vera, Elvanco Trading, King Lou Yogurt, Tiger Wood, Leprechaun, Cindy, Mem Interiors, and Shawnee Banks. Thank you guys for sticking and staying. You guys are the OGs. You guys are the OGs. I do appreciate each and every one of you on the stream. Unfortunately, our time is up, but yeah, make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following on TikTok. Make sure you're inside of the Telegram, because there is more to come. Okay, I'm putting out a lot of content in the next couple of days, so just make sure that you're signed up and you're locked in. So yeah, gold will probably continue ripping lower, just as the NASDAQ has already started doing. So let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah. So gold might start just ripping down, but you have to be careful. If you take a trade, just make sure you are trailing your stop loss, because for gold, I noticed that gold can be moving in one direction and it can just go bipolar and then go in the opposite direction, right? So if you take your trade, just make sure you're trailing above highs. Okay, if there's a high, you throw your stop loss above the high. You get a high, throw your stop, and don't do this on a 1 minute. Do it on. Maybe you can start with a 3. If you're comfortable, you can do it on a 5. But just make sure you're trailing. Okay, your stop loss should be moving as you create highs and lows. In this case, as new highs are being created. So that is it for me. I will catch you guys next week, Monday. Stay safe, and I appreciate the 22,000 likes. 22,000. Crazy. All right, any more questions before we go? Any more questions? Any more questions, guys? All right, I guess we're good. We're good. All right, peace out, and I will see you guys on the flip.